Hi friends, it's me Olivia. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I just finished my yoga class and I'm really ready to share with you very low risk strategy. Watch this video till the end. You're going to be amazed by this. And by the way, if you want to talk more about different strategies, be part of my beautiful community, which you can find at my Telegram channel. Link below this video. Make yourself comfortable and let's begin. You would ask me, what is the catch, friends? And I will say because it is based on the Bollinger Bands and the RCIs. So for this case, among the great variety, I've chosen for you the New Zealand and Canadian dollars because they have a great percentage of payout, and also the rest is for Switzerland franc and Japanese yen, and for the third ratio of the US dollar and the Switzerland franc. So we will stay here, we will work with the first currency ratio, and let's move on to the indicators panel to set up the preferences for us. So as far as I told you, I will use the Bollinger Bands here, and as far as you see, the Bollinger Bands are shown a bit weak. And I think that we have to move on with the period of 15 here to make the graphic a bit smoother. So yes, you see, it definitely will be seen as a smoother one. So that's it for the default settings. And I will move from now on with the RCI, my lovely RCI. As far as I told you, I usually work with it, really love working with it, and that is for the indicators. And let's stay currently at the first currency ratio here. Here we are having an interesting position of short candles here, and I will work here, and if you see that I have only $8 here and my investment, so I will invest here only 5 here from my pocket and be ready for put option right now. You definitely saw how it worked now. So we have managed to grab the right moment here, friends. So I'm ready to say that we are having from now on, from our first step, the amount of $10 here. It's amazing. And that was really predictable because the RCI just showed us that very signal. So let's work with the second currency ratio, should we? The Switzerland franc according to Japanese yen ratio is here. Let's zoom out to see the whole situation. I see definitely there a very interesting rich history with the rollback of the prices here and there in the graphic. And what should I say? We should see the signals on RCI and the Bollinger Bands are showing us that some kind of price reversal here is expected. But I will say that I will move here in this investment box with the amount of let's put $10 here and be ready for put option right now. So certainly, guys, the previous rollback showed us exactly the same situation that we should work with, because as far as we see right from now on, from the RCI and from Bollinger Bands indicator that showed us the presence of plenty of time to work with the red candles period revealed, so that's why we are having such kind of profit now. So let's work with the third ratio. This is United States dollar and Switzerland franc. So here we have a graph to zoom out to see what we are having in this ratio. A very interesting, intriguing story. So a falling down of the prices. Okay, and we see at the same time short red candles here. So I will stay here and work with the amount of, for example, $20 here and be ready for put option right now, friends. As you see, definitely this strategy works very well because we can see definitely the whole history of the downtrend repeating section that we should be sure to work later with. So I think that it was really intriguing and at the same time really profitable, friends, situation to work with. But we have to move on and see what we have with our first currency ratio here. This is New Zealand dollar according to Canadian dollar, and well, we are planning to have more dollars here in our account according to this graph. So we have just mentioned that we are having some kind of a green candles here that has started, and I think that we do not need time to wait, and let's put here the amount of $30 right here and be ready for call option right now. So guys, Patty, so you see definitely how it really works very well. It is a really the low risk strategy because you see how the Bollinger Bands and the RCI work great together, because we could predict that there was some kind of steady trend to grow, friends, and the prices were going home. And the Bollinger Bands corridor here, so let's see if we have the same kind of this version of prices in the second currency ratio. Should we? So here we have Sweden franc according to Japanese yen, and definitely we see some kind of slowly falling down kind of situation, but I think that we have some time to move on with the investment of I'll put here $60 from now, and from now on let's see and let's be ready for call option right now, friends. My lovelies, you see how it works, right? Very well, but also pretty risky, because here we had a reflecting situation with the previous candles. Here you see definitely that the red candle was a very rich and pretty long in comparison to the previous one. And we expected the green, so probability of the same, but a green candle right next from the red candle right now on the following one. So that's why we have made money, we have made the right decision, friends. We have grabbed the moment, we have made the great decision. Let's see if we have the similar lucky situation in the third ratio. So here we have US dollar according to the Sweden franc, fine. Also the Sweden franc to work with, and here we have the prices going below this Bollinger Bands. And here we have price opening with a new candle here, so I think that we do need time to move on with the investment of $100 here. And guys, be ready for put option right now. You see definitely how it works really well according to this low risk strategy, friends. Really amazing, because we definitely grabbed the right moment again. We see definitely that it was the right moment to work with the red candle closing the bearish market on in its way. Okay, and that's why it's just about choosing here the right option. Friends, that's it. That works really well, and if you are lucky to find this low strategy here, I would advise you also to join my Telegram channel. Yes, friends, I will put some more catches there, some more details according to the low risk strategy for sure. And if you have some thoughts and some of your low risk strategies, please share one of your strategy with me at my Telegram channel. I will be waiting there for you. Friends, let's see what we have in our third currency ratio. So I think that we do not need to stop right here. and we should work with these prices, and we have some kind of upward tendencies, but with one red candle right over there. If I think that I will definitely put here amount of 200 here, I will go further. And let's move on with the call option right now, friends. Let's go. So you see definitely how it works, friends, really well because of the interest and specialty according to the dealing with the RCI indicator. Remember, if you see that the line in the RCI that is going a bit above the level of 50, that is definitely or well known that there is a rise, and the rise in the price will be more expected. That's why we have grabbed also the right moment here, and let's see if we have such kind of this situation with the second graph. Well, I see it definitely that we do not need time to grab the moment. Also, we are having almost 400 here in our account, so I will put here 350 bags on our investment and be ready for put option right now. Let's go, friends. So friends, dear friends, you see definitely that we are really grabbing the right moments, and the put option was the great idea to work with, because as far as you see, the previous candle had a really short body and a really long wicks, and that's why we could definitely say that it will be the comeback of the prices to Bollinger Bands corridor, friends, of the Bollinger Bands. So that's also more than a combo for making the confident while trying low risk strategy. And if you had any of this kind of situation, please share with me at my Telegram channel. I'll be waiting there. Also, I will be waiting for this kind of information from you, and let's see what we have at our third currency. Oh, I guess that the connection is interrupted here. Okay, so let's move on to the first currency to work with, and well, let's see if we have some kind of profitable situation here. We had this kind of dodgy weeks of candlesticks, if you know what I mean. So I think that we have to move on with the investment of maybe $600 right over here, and we should be ready for call option right now. So you see how it works really well. If you see the whole graphic, you can predict very easily, friends, here this situation because of the previous minutes when you saw in details the candles of this graph. And you know what I think of. As for the third currency doesn't work, let's remove it and let's have another one. And I think that we should choose some kind of a new one with a greater percentage of payout. Just I will work with them. Let's work with the euro and let's work with the euro and GB pound. And let's pin this up. So this is a great for us to work with, and well, let's see what we have in our second currency ratio, just to take an order, and let's have then time to work with. And I think that for me it is a bit not so predictable situation. Then I will move here with definitely the investment of $1,000 here, and I need time to think about, and I think that I will move with the put option right now, friends. Let's go. You see how the strategy works really well, right? According to the RCI, because it shows us definitely that it was going to touch the oversold area, friends, and that's why we have moved the way we did and made the right decision. Wow, it's amazing, and I think that I will try using this low risk strategy once again for tomorrow and for many times then. And what about you? Tell me. So let's see what we have with our new bond third ratio here. Yeah, we have some kind of repeating situation according to the second ratio, so I will be working here with the same amount of money. I will put here $1,000 and be ready for call option right now, friends. Let's go. That was very interesting, intriguing strategy to work. So guys, it was absolutely amazing low risk strategy, and now you can double your profit for sure. And if you want to know more strategies, different strategies for your daily income, please be part of my community at my Telegram channel and link below this video. I'll see you at next video. Don't forget to keep finger on the bell. Bye bye.